Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Boog Nice coming at you with the Marvel Legends Warlock Build-A-Figure Wave Sunfire figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This one's for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about it.
You have 7 figures in this wave. There are 8 per case, 2 Wolverines per case. No Build-A-Figure part with Wolverine. You only need the 6 remaining characters to complete the Warlock Build-A-Figure. And just taking a quick look at the artwork on the side panel, it is the same on the left and right flap. Taking a look at Shiro Yoshida, aka Sunfire, out of the package, and I think this is another solid offering from this wave. I think they did a very good job on this figure, primarily because of the body mold that they use. It seems to me that this is that new buck that they introduced on Spider-Man 2099, and I think that suits this particular character very nicely. Sunfire is a mutant of Japanese descent. The character has been around since about 1970. His bio reads, a master of solar energy, Sunfire converts solar radiation into powerful plasma outputs, perfect for scorching his enemies. So yes, Sunfire has a pretty extensive power set. It is similar to that of the Fantastic Four's Human Torch. He has the ability of flight. He is immune to radiation. He can see things in infrared. He can shoot plasma blasts, and he can absorb radiation and absorb solar energy and use it to emit different types of energy blasts. And those energy blasts can get up to 1,000,000 degrees Fahrenheit. He can create force fields. He can do a lot. And taking a look at his accessories, he comes with the torso to complete the Warlock Build-A-Figure. And he also comes with these 2 effect parts that simulate his plasma blast, and these can be fitted onto his fist. So let's see how that looks. And these actually fit nicely and they look pretty good. I'm surprised. So this was a nice touch. In a wave that has been pretty scarce in terms of accessories for the figures, and that is actually one of my gripes with this guy, is that he didn't come with the extra set of hands. That's probably my gripe with just about every figure, even though I haven't really mentioned that. But it would have been nice to see him come with another set of kind of open flat palms, just to kind of simulate flight. But definitely not bad. I am not upset with this pack-in. These were a nice touch. And just taking a closer look at his deco, one of the things that I really like about this figure is this choice of deco. It is a classic look for him, and it's also a modern look for him because he was actually rocking this same uniform as recent as Uncanny Avengers. So he's been a part of quite a few different teams, classic X-Men, where he was teamed up with Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Thunderbird, Banshee, Storm. He's been a part of Big Hero 6, based out of Japan. He's been a Horseman of Apocalypse. And it's funny, while he was a Horseman of Apocalypse in the 616 universe, his deco looked like that of his counterpart from the Age of Apocalypse universe. And he was rocking that look for a while in the 616 universe, and then went back to the classic look. Pretty much my only gripes with the figure are gripes with some of the paint applications and some little minor paint imperfections. You can see some white bleeding in the red here, and that paint looks a little sloppy. Looks a little sloppy up here around the neck. I don't really like the gold on the costume. I think they should have made this gold a little more pronounced on the forearms, on the head. I do like the head sculpt. It looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty accurate. But all of these gold parts, I would have liked to see them more pronounced and more bold. But really, that's it. It's just some of the sloppiness on the white, but for the most part, it's a pretty clean figure. I think he really shines in the articulation department. Like I mentioned, I do believe this is that new buck that they introduced on Spider-Man 2099, so he gets a great range of motion. The head can pop off. It's on a ball joint, so if you want to take it off and maybe get an unmasked Sunfire look at some point, it is an option, but the head can look up really far, which is great, being that he's a flyer. It can look down, it'll turn left and right, it'll pivot. You have no problem with the range of motion on the head. The shoulders will come up pretty far, so there's that. And you get this butterfly joint here at the shoulder. They put the white paint all the way through and through, so that's good. Upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow, swivel on the wrist as well as a hinge. Ab crunch will come down that far. It'll go back that far. You get a swivel at the waist. This belt is a separate piece, so it doesn't hinder the articulation in any way. T-joint at the pelvis. Legs will come up that far. They won't go back too far. You get a decent split. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee. Rotation at the upper boot. It's a little tight. Gotta break that in. There we go. And you get a hinge on the foot, back and forth. Nice ankle pivot. Great range of motion. I love this mold. It's a great mold for this guy. And it should be noted that the hands can pop out, so we didn't get any interchangeable hands, but we've gotten so many hands over the past however many waves that you do have some option. This is an ungloved look right here, and that pops on with no problem. I guess this hand was from Iron Fist maybe. And then here's the hands from the Red Onslaught Build-A-Figure Wave Captain America. So there's that sort of flat palm that I wanted. It's not the exact same red, but you could still finesse it. And that's the other hand from Captain America, pointing finger. So you definitely do have some options based on some of the other figures that we already received. A few size comparisons. We have Colossus from the same wave on the left, and then we have the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave Wolverine on the right, and you can see how that looks, and I think that looks pretty good. If at some point Hasbro decides to give us a classic Colossus on this mold, I think it will look great. And when they actually give us the yellow and blue costume for Wolverine on this mold, because I know they definitely will do that, then we'll be semi-close to getting that classic team. We'll still need a redo on Nightcrawler. We'll need a Banshee. We'll need a Storm in her classic outfit. We'll need Thunderbird, which would be really cool. And we are going to be getting Cyclops in his classic outfit in a 2-pack this year. So I'm looking forward to trying to round out that old school team. And now looking at a couple of his teammates from the Uncanny Avengers in their proper uniforms. So this is the Red Onslaught Wave Captain America that I borrowed the hands from on the left, and the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave Havoc on the right. And again, these are two of his teammates from that team. We would still need a redo of Rogue in her modern uniform, and we would need, I think that's it actually, or maybe an updated Wolverine with the yellow and blue outfit, and we would actually have that full team complete. The other members include Scarlet Witch, Wonder Man, Thor, and Wasp, which we all have pretty much in their proper uniforms. We could still kind of fudge Scarlet Witch. And finally, here he is next to a couple of Spider dudes. We got the Spider-Man UK on the left and the Spider-Man 2099 on the right. And I was correct. They Sunfire and Spider-Man 2099 share the same mold, and this is an excellent mold, excellent choice for this mold for this character, like I've been saying. So yeah, Sunfire came out very, very nice. Definitely one of the stars of this wave, one of the standout figures in this wave. Still one more figure to go. Got Old Man Logan coming up next and last as far as the regular figures in the wave before we get into the Warlock Build-A-Figure. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to rank this figure as far as the best in the wave or not, or number 1 or number 2. I don't know just yet, but I do know that I really like this figure. They picked a great body mold, aside from a few minor gripes with some paint applications and the fact that they didn't include any interchangeable hands. It's a solid offering, and I would highly recommend that you pick this guy up. You'll need him if you want to complete the Warlock Build-A-Figure. And that's pretty much it. I have a lot of content still coming out, so stay tuned. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to come join us in the A.C.B.A. Facebook group and like us on Facebook. And absolutely follow the A.C.B.A. Instagram at Articulated Comic Book Art. Alright? Until next time. Peace.